Hafide and good afternoon. We are honored to have you here with us today for the promotion ceremony for the Assistant Fire Chiefs. My name is Fire Lieutenant Nick Garrido from the Guam Fire Department. At this time, I would like to recognize the presence of the Acting Governor, Joshua F. Tenorio, Acting Governor of Guam. From the 37th Guam Legislature, the Guam Fire Department's Oversight Chair, Senator Will Parkinson. And Senator Jesse Lujan. Our Acting Fire Chief, Chief Joey Nicholas, Guam Fire. From Serve Guam, the Executive Director, Ms. Doris Uggan. The fellow Chief Officers, the family of those who are present and those watching online, and all those joining in this momentous occasion, welcome. The Assistant Fire Chief is responsible for the overall planning, organizing, and directing of the day-to-day operations and the evaluation of all emergency operations, including fire suppression, rescue, emergency medical services, and hazardous materials mitigation. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call upon Acting Fire Chief Joey C. Nicholas for his opening remarks.
Hafide, good morning. First of all, Acting Governor Josh Tenorio, thank you for your presence here and allowing us and hosting us here at the main conference room about our Oversight Chair, Senator Parkinson, Senator Lujan from the Legislature. Thank you for joining us. Family members, of course, thank you for being here and for your undying support throughout the many years of service of your loved ones. All my fellow chief officers, firefighters, and I see in the back our 23rd fire cycle are also here to join us. Thank you everybody for being here. So what is the ceremony all about? So, you know, coming up here for this senior rank level, we often are humbled, or at least we have a desire not to do ceremonies because we don't want to draw attention to ourselves too much. And usually a good leader, that's kind of their mindset, right? They're all about the others. But it's very important to have a ceremony. And the purpose of that ceremony is one, of course, to honor the hard work and professional efforts that these individuals have done, have achieved, have accomplished to get them to this point, as well as to inspire others that are here in this audience and those outside in the department to show that through hard work and dedication, they too themselves can achieve. It's also important to the department to see the installment of this level of chief officers to know that they are the true leaders of this organization. It's also important as a ceremony to demonstrate and show appreciation to the families that are here to support their loved ones and their sacrifices that they've made throughout the years in support of these individuals. And you know, the funny thing about Guam, especially the Guam Fire Department, it's a very visible organization, a very visible position. And you know, sometimes the weight of leadership gets pretty heavy in bad times. And so these are the leaders that take on that weight and solve those problems. So today we are installing, as described by Nick a little bit earlier, 2 assistant fire chiefs. This is the second highest classified position in the Guam Fire Department. There's only a total of 5 positions that oversee the 5 different bureaus of our multifaceted mission set that we have as a Guam Fire Department and all hazard response organization. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of training throughout the years, a lot of certifications, self-improvement, self-investment, to include civilian degrees and so forth to get to this level, as well as a lot of leadership experience with their fellow firefighters and those that we work with in the community to be willing and build that confidence to be willing to take on the responsibility that this rank requires. The Assistant Fire Chief is tasked to lead operationally and strategically the different levels of the assigned bureaus, and these 2 in particular They'll be running the Fire Prevention Bureau, which is our code enforcement arm, as well as our training section, which basically is what this fire cycle that's back here in charge of ensuring that we can do what we do to serve and save. And then also being the staff inspector as well to ensure that the entire organization is doing the right things, even when nobody's looking. They possess professionalism, respect, integrity, dedication, and empathy, the core values that we've implemented in this department. I can personally attest to their self-investment, to their experience, to their education, to their moral compass, and their passion and desire to serve our island and its people. They are not just proficient in operations, which is kind of a inside little stab to the Guam Fire Department, amongst each other. They're not just proficient and good at operations, but they can take it a cut above and be excellent at the administrative and management levels, which is exactly what we need to push this department forward. I definitely have zero doubt, no doubt at all, that these two individuals will become the great leaders that they potentially can be above the good leaders that they already are. So again, thank you, Governor. One last thanks to the family. Thank you for your presence here today. Thank you for your support. I do have a personal connection to both of these, actually with everybody in the department. But Ed and I come from the same cycle, 17th cycle, the best cycle. And Joe is a fellow Malolo Dolphin in Aloha. 18. And believe it or not, we were actually pretty tight back in middle school and into high school days. So it brings me great pleasure and pride to promote these individuals with your blessing, Governor, today for the future, the next 5 to 10 years of the Guam Fire Department. Thank you, everybody, for your presence today. Thank you. I apologize. And now I'd like to please invite Governor Josh Sonora for his remarks.
I was just asking Chief Joy who's going where, right? So Ed, you're going to training, as I understand, right? Or Joe's going to training. Joe's going to training, Ed's going to fire prevention. Okay, so let me just start there. Training is very, very, very important. And it's also a very dynamic time for the Guam Fire Department because we have a posture of expanding the number of firemen and women, by the way, so that we can get up to a staffing level that we can be confident that the people of Guam are going to be safe and secure. And as you know, other services are expanding as well. There is now a Marine Corps a fire station. And with the military expansion, this is kind of like a double-edged sword because we're going to have more people in the profession, but we also have to be very innovative to kind of protect the talent we find from being sucked up to the other side. But no matter what I understand in my observation of the fire services, it is a very close-knit community that requires assistance and helping each other because we are one Guam, we are one community. And having this large, I think this could be one of the largest ones, one of the largest cycles. These last 3 cycles have been quite large, is a demonstration of the leadership of Guam from us here in the executive branch and Senator Parkinson and Senator Lujan, funding and making sure that we can keep up with the demands of an ever-changing society. Now, I imagine I'm going to be working real closely with Chief Ed, because as some of you know, I have been involved in a whole bunch of reforms and improvements to the whole building permit, building code, business license regulations that we have on Guam, trying to make sure that we keep up to date with the technology and with the expanded number of professionals that are trained. By the way, you retirees that are in this area, perfect time to start a business. Rich Rossetti, I don't know why you're not working yet, but this is what's required in order for us to keep up with the pace of the economic expansion that is confronting our shores. Not only are we addressing the growth, the dramatic growth that is before us because of the additional responsibility that our island is taking because of geopolitics, but we're also reshaping and focusing efforts to go back to our cornerstone in the economy with tourism, which also is going to be requiring a lot of refresh and upkeep. And both of these leaders are going to be in active leadership roles, doing their part to continue this posture of modernizing and expanding the effectiveness of the Guam Fire Department, which is really what the mission is that we have in the administration. It is a very, very unique thing. As Chief Joey said, only 5 assistant chiefs are within the department, all focused on very different kinds of things that collectively give us a very, very confident opinion and a confident knowledge that we have a very high-performing Guam Fire Department. And that really is been a result of the embrace of new innovations, of new things. I want to, of course, talk about and have to mention the paramedic program that we have initiated, and we're moving in close partnership with the Guam Memorial Hospital, with GRMC, and with Navy Hospital in coming up with a community approach to trauma and making sure that we have services and personnel and equipment that are going to be able to respond to our family members and our people that are confronted with life emergencies, that many times we're losing life because of the lack of expertise and equipment. And in many ways, all of these things, it's such a high call to action, which requires the best. And so I just want to recognize and celebrate with all of you that 2 of the best of Guam Fire Department today have been elevated to this position of leadership. This assistant fire chief position does have this weight on your shoulder. It is a burden of leadership that you have, that under you, you have to provide the leadership, the guidance, the support, and many times the crutch for the firemen and women that are under your supervision, that are within your area. And you have to inspire them to do the best, and you have to be open to your best, because I guess the best is still to come from both of you. And I'm just so grateful that I have an opportunity to witness your families seeing the recognition that this department and this government. For that, I want to say congratulations. Jesus Wasi.
At this time, if everybody in the room could please rise, including the 2 promotees. Immediately, by order of the Acting Fire Chief, Guam Fire Department, this 20th day of September 2024. You may all be seated. At this time, I would like to call upon the spouse of Chief Edward C. Artero for the pinning and badging.
Right on, Eddie. Helmets off to the side, but real quick, 1, 2, 3. One more. Okay,
The spouse, Dr. Jolie Nugget of Chief Joseph E.M. Titata.
Chief. Go, Joe. Party. Party, I mean, boss.
So just to put these chief officers on the spot for public speaking, I'd like for them to come up and say a few words. Chief Ed?
All right. First of all, when I look out into the crowd, I just say, wow, thank you for everyone that came in attendance. It means a lot to me that you gave me your words of encouragement and your support. Thank you, Gov, for making time in your day to be here with us. Chief Joey, fellow chief officers, my wife, Gina, honey, thank you. My brother, Brian, my sister-in-law, Marlo, my family. Thank you guys for being here. Not only for myself, but for Chief Joseph over here on my right. So just to say a few words, when I look back on my career, in 2 months, it'll be 29 years of service for me in the Guam Fire Department. Yes. And I can say honestly, wholeheartedly, that today I still have the same drive, dedication, and passion to be a contributing member to this organization in whatever contribution of service that we provide to the island, to the community. From the time I was back there in the red shirt to the time today, the drive still continues. And when I first got into this department, there was a few people who took me under their wing, pulled me to the side, and just poured in encouragement to me. Some of them are here today, some are gone. And I believe I've reciprocated those efforts to try and make everyone around me better than me. Because the only way we're going to succeed in this department moving forward is to train our replacement. If we all do that, we'll be very successful. I believe I've done my part in training, developing, mentoring others. I'm ready to pass that torch and take on this next challenge of senior leadership, and ready to tackle all the challenges we face out there in the economy, in the environment, and whenever we're called upon to serve and save, to do that appropriately. Despite everything of mentorship and training and personal accomplishments, can't say anything without giving all glory to God. Thank you all for being here.
And of course, probably the shyest chief officer that we have. I always challenge him that, now you got to do more than just show muscles to speak. So, Chief Joe, man, a few words. I'm sure he'll say a lot today.
Thank you, Chief. Lieutenant Governor.
What did you say?
I'd like to thank everybody for their support today, most especially the firefighters, families that showed up today. Chief officers, thank you for your guidance. To my beautiful wife, thank you for support and also your guidance. My mother, my father, and man, my fellow fires. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you.
Action speaks louder than words, Chief.
There you go. 18.
to the two new assistant chiefs, we can ask you to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Guam Fire Department's newly promoted assistant fire chiefs. This concludes today's ceremony. We would like to invite everyone to congratulate the newly promoted assistant fire chiefs. Thank you and have a great day.